Welcome back, Supercross fans, and this is going to be your 250 riders to watch out for. I got a lot of riders to go through, so I'm going to run through it pretty fast. Here we go. On the Star Racing Yamaha, you have Levi Kitchen. He dominated Loretta's and is primed for his first Supercross season. Will he come out blazing? We'll see. I'm expecting him to line up on the second coast, though, due to an injury earlier this year. And then on the Pro Circuit Kawasaki team, you got Jet Reynolds, a rookie that had a very dominant amateur career until some injuries have slowed him down recently. He was the next guy coming up for Kawasaki, and it's just taking him a little bit longer to get there, so let's keep an eye out for him. And then you have Preston Kilroy. He's going to be on the Bar X Suzuki. I don't know a whole lot about him. I know he's fast, and he rides a Suzuki. If you can put that thing up front, you know he's got to be pretty fast. Up next, I got my guys that are going to have a bounce-back year, in my opinion, or guys to look for a bounce-back year. Number one, I got Austin Faulkner. Last season, he finished 21st. He only raced 2 rounds. He got a second and a sixth and didn't race any other rounds due to injury. He was a once dominant racer, and he's been falling to a lot of injuries lately. Can he bounce back and have a strong year? I do see him coming back and having a pretty strong year. He's not overriding anymore, so you don't see the blazing speed from him. He's trying to be more consistent. I think he needs to go back to the blazing speed and don't necessarily override the bike, but I think he needs to go back to that. That's me personally. Then you have Maximus Voland. He's coming into his sophomore year or his second season. He only finished 3 races last year, and he was 17th in points last year. Jordan Smith made the move over to Muck-Off Honda. He finished 21st in points. He raced 5 rounds, but it wasn't very impressive for a once title contender. His best finish was a 7th, and the injury bug has really bitten him lately too as well. Next, I have RJ Hampshire. He only finished 2 rounds with a 6th and a 10th. Both not very good performances from a factory rider who should be on the podium. He finished 23 in points. Next, I have Jeremy Martin on the Star Racing Yamaha. He only raced 1 round last year in the opening lap of the main. He crashed. Hurt his wrist, I believe. Injuries are starting to add up for this guy. He was once a title hopeful and a bright future star in the 450 class is what it was looking like. So we'll see if he ever gets back to that. See if this year he can bounce back. Next on my list is guys that are really close to winning the title, but they're just not quite getting it done. First on this list, I got Christian Craig. He finished 3rd in points. He's a 30-year-old, starting to look like Martin Davalos in the 250 class. Maybe he's going to have his whole career there. I don't know. I hope not. He is fast. He does ride the 450 on the opposite coast this year. So we'll see if he does make the full jump up. Can he win the championship in his 250 class? And if he's close, will that stop him from riding the 450? I don't know. He won 2 races last year. Next on my list is the Gas Michael Moisman. He finished the season 5th in points. He missed 2 rounds. His best finish was a 2nd. Can he jump up and start winning? Second year on his Gas. Let's watch and find out. Next on my list is Joe Shimoda. He finished 2nd in points. He had 1 win and very consistent. His worst finish was 5th. Can he turn the consistency into wins, though? That's what we're going to have to watch out and see. Shimoda is fast. Next on my list is Jalik Swoll. He finished 5th in points. His best finish was 2nd. This kid's fast. He just needs to be consistent. Put it all together. Next on my list is Hunter Lawrence. He finished 2nd in points, had 1 win. His worst position was 7th. And in a shortened series like these East Coast, West Coast 250 bikes, you can't have races like that and win the title. You just have to make sure he's a little bit more consistent, and maybe he'll be the top guy at the end of the season. Next on my list, I got championship contenders. I got 4 guys that I think are your top-tier champion contenders. First on my list, I got Jet Lawrence. He finished 4th in points, and he had 2 wins last season. He's just coming off of a 250 outdoor motocross championship, so I think he's going to ride that confidence coming in. And I do think that Jet could be very dominant this year. Next, I have Colt Nichols. He's the defending East champion. He'll be back to defend his number 1 plate after a breakout season last year. Do you think he can duplicate that season? He had three wins. His worst position was third. So he was very, very consistent, and he was on top of the box. I don't see Colt winning the title this year, but I do see him coming out being very consistent again, and I just don't think he gets those wins this year. The class is a little bit faster. A lot of guys were out and other things like that. So I don't see Colt winning this year, but that doesn't mean he can't because he is fast. Next, I got Justin Cooper. He's the defending West Coast champion. He will be back to defend his number one plate. He had 3 wins last season. He went out and did what everyone expected him to do. Can he repeat it this year? I think Justin Cooper is going to be fighting for the title. If Jet Lawrence is in his class, it's going to be a very good battle all the way through this season. So I don't think they're going to be on the same coast. And my last contender is Cameron McAdoo. He finished 3rd in points. After a breakout season in his first year on the Monster Energy Kawasaki, he looks to come back and be dominant. I do see him fighting for the title regardless what coast he's on as well. So, like Jet, Cooper, and Cameron, I do have them fighting for the title. And then this year, my breakout rider of the year is Seth Hamaker. As a rookie, he won a race, which doesn't happen often. He showed flashes of being at the top, and I see him fighting for the title this year, putting his Monster Energy Kawasaki on the podium every round. He's very fast, and all he has to do is be consistent this year, so I do see that happening. If I missed your rider or I didn't say anything about your rider, go ahead and comment, leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, check out more Supercross stuff coming in the future. Brap on.